today we're going to talk about quadratic inequalities. Quadratic inequalities are just like regular inequalities. They fit the same bill. So it's like you go out to the desert, right? And you get your giant tire and you light it on fire. And this actually fits better for a quadratic. So when you're talking about this, there's a scary monster out there, right? And you want to stay away from the scary monster, you and your two friends that are out there. There's a giant scary monster that you're really afraid of. But the thing about this scary monster is he can only live in the darkness. So there's going to be an area where you're safe from him where it's in the light. So if you've ever been around a bonfire, you know that the light is kind of cast in a way like this. And then everything back here is dark. So that's the danger zone where the monster can live. But you have this whole area where you're safe, and we're trying to find the safe zone, okay? So I know I shaded on this side when I was doing that, but what we're looking for is the safe zone. So where we're going to actually shade is going to be safe, and that's going to be this side over here, okay? So we're looking for, where are you in the light? Where are you safe from the monster? Now there's times where the monster will still get you if you're on the line, and there are times where he won't. So you need to know the difference between the two. So let's look at a couple of quadratic inequalities. So if I have a quadratic inequality that looks like this, how I'm going to graph it out is I'm going to find my vertex first, just like we graphed these for before. So I'm going to find the vertex with negative b over 2a. So it's going to be negative 8 over 2 times 4, which equals negative 1. Now I'm going to take that and plug it back into the equation. 1, which gives me 4, minus 8, plus 1. So I get negative 3. And I'm also going to use the y-intercept. The y-intercept is just 0, comma, the c value, which is 1. So on my graph, I'm going to go to negative 1, negative 3, and I'm going to make a point. I'm going to go to 0, 1, and I'm going to make a point. So it went over 1 and up 4. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go over 1 and up 4. Now I want to look at this and tell if it's a dashed line or a solid line, so I know if the line is safe or not. And this one's dashed, so the line is actually not safe. So if I stand on the line, the monster's going to get me, and I don't want that to happen. We can do the same thing we did before by using 0, 0 and seeing if it gives us a true statement, okay? So if I plug it in here, it tells me 0 is greater than 1. And that's not true. So I want to shade away from 0, 0, which in this case is on the inside of the quadratic. That's graphing a quadratic inequality. And that's as simple as it is. So I'll do another one. I'm going to follow the same process. So I'm going to do negative b over 2a. Negative 8, negative 8 over 2 times 1, which equals 4. I'm going to take that and plug it into my equation. 16 minus 32 plus 5 gives me negative 11. My y-intercept is 0, 5. So I'm going to go to, on the graph, 4, negative 11. My y-intercept is 0, 5, so I'm going to go there. I went over 4, so I'm going to go over 4 in the other direction and be in the same spot. Now I look at this to figure out if my line is safe or not, and my line is safe, so it's going to be a solid line. I'm going to use the point 0, 0. If I do that, it tells me 0 is less than or equal to 5, which is true, so I have to get to 0, 0, which is going to be on the outside. And I can show you how I did that. So 0 for g of x, 0 for x. These both give me 0. That's true. So I shade towards 0, 0, which was right there. So I get that guy right there. So this is telling me I'm safe from the monster as long as I'm outside of this region. And that's what we're looking at on all of these. So first check out what your line is going to be like. Find your 2 points. Find your vertex and your y-intercept. Or if you really want to, you can find the vertex and the zeros and use those 3 points. But that's how we're going to do them every single time.